New Year's in Tokyo, what it's really like and what tourists should expect. New Year's in Japan is unlike anywhere else in the world. If you're imagining fireworks, packed streets, and all-night parties like Times Square or London, Tokyo is very different, and that's exactly what makes it special. So in this video, I'll break down exactly what New Year's in Tokyo feels like, how you can plan around it, what's open, what's closed, and how tourists need to prepare for, and the best way to spend your night. Before we jump in, subscribe for more Japan updates, insights, itineraries, and travel tips. Let's go. So what does New Year's Eve in Japan actually feel like? New Year's in Japan is called Shogatsu, and it's one of the most important holidays of the entire year, making it a little bit tricky to navigate because unlike the West where it's all parties and fireworks, Japan treats New Year's like a mix of family time, religion, and quiet reflection. Tourists can quickly be disappointed if they don't know what they're getting into. On December the 31st, cities don't suddenly transform into a giant party. In fact, most neighborhoods are surprisingly quiet and calm. People head home, shops start to close early, trains get quieter, and a lot of the Western New Year's traditions simply do not exist. But that doesn't mean that there's nothing happening, it's just different. And if you know where to go, major cities like Tokyo offer some very unique experiences that you won't find anywhere else in the world. In this video, I will explore the traditional New Year's Eve, the more Western style, and the outright unique and different. And if you're a firework hunter, I'll be mentioning some spots and events later on in the video. This video does focus on Tokyo, but the advice given here can easily be adapted for any other major city in Japan. Let's start with weather, because I know you're going to ask me in the comment section, what's the weather like? Well, expect cold but generally dry weather in Tokyo over New Year's period. Daytime temperatures usually sit around 8 degrees to 12 degrees Celsius, dropping to 2 or 6 degrees at night. So it feels especially chilly once the sun goes down. Rain and snow are actually rare, which is why people comfortably spend New Year's outside, but the air can be sharp and feel very cold. Layers are definitely key. Think heat tech, base layers, warm jumpers, coats, gloves, and something for your neck. If you're out past midnight for the countdown, it gets noticeably colder between 1 and 4 AM, so dress for real winter rather than city cold. The bonus here is that the dry winter is a perfect time to get the best views of Mount Fuji. Okay, here are your countdown options. Let's start with a traditional option, visiting a temple or a shrine at midnight. This is one of the most iconic New Year's traditions in Japan. It's called Hatsumode, and it's the first shrine or temple visit of the year. I've done this myself, spending midnight at the temple. As the new year begins, the atmosphere is calm, but it's really powerful. No alcohol really, no fireworks, just thousands of people quietly lining up to pray for good fortune in the year ahead. You'll usually hear monks ringing the massive temple bell, and at many temples it rings 108 times to represent the 108 earthly desires in Buddhism. It's incredibly atmospheric. I'm talking deep echoing sounds that you can feel in your chest. Bonfires and traditional Japanese temples playing music. In my opinion, if you travel all the way to Japan and want to experience it the local way, then this is the one you should consider doing. But be aware, the crowds can be huge. At places like Sensoji, Meiji Jingu, and Zojoji, queues can stretch for hours. People line up from 10 PM and continue into the early morning. There's a lot of waiting, but it's a very Japan way to start the year. From my experience at Zojoji Temple, I arrived at 10:45 PM and felt that things moved quite quickly at midnight. But I had a very different experience a few years ago in Kyoto, where I felt the line was never ending. It was also a little strange that at midnight things were relatively calm, with no loud chants of Happy New Year or anything like that, but a silent rumble of excitement. This, however, was a meaningful experience for me, and it was a beautiful choice. If you ever get a chance to experience New Year's at a temple, I totally recommend it. 100% recommend it. Do it, do it. All right, let's talk about unique experiences which are very Japanese, like the Fox Mask Parade, something totally different. Last year, I joined the Oji Fox Parade, one of the most atmospheric and photogenic New Year's events in Tokyo, perhaps even the world. Everyone wears fox masks, and walk together through the streets towards Oji Inari Shrine. The fox in Japanese folklore is a messenger of the gods, so the parade symbolizes people traveling to the shrine disguised as foxes. Although incredibly beautiful, this New Year's Eve celebration in Tokyo felt quite serious. It's not a crazy party and was rather quiet. It's more like a mysterious lantern lit procession. Drums, costumes, masks, and a very quiet local feel. Although still quite known to foreign tourists, it's starting to become more popular, and finding a spot along the street can be a little bit trickier, but it's quite easy to join in. Visiting the shrine and watching the fox procession certainly has a totally unique and different New Year's experience. But a word of caution. Oji is around 40 minutes train ride from Shinjuku, for example, and the last train back is quite early, meaning having to plan in advance and rush onto very packed trains on the return. So make sure that you plan this one very carefully or stay up until the next train, the first train of the night, around 4:30 a.m. But yeah, if you're looking for something cultural but not overwhelming, this is one of Tokyo's best New Year's experiences. Definitely a very different one. Keep on watching because I'll list a few alternatives across Tokyo and beyond later on in the video. And if you're traveling to Japan, then data connections are definitely crucial. This is your friendly reminder that you can support by using my affiliate link for Sakura Mobile, getting something you're likely gonna get anyway. The modern countdown. On the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you could still have a more Western style countdown in places like Kabukicho Tower. I've done this as well. It's neon, it's loud, it's chaotic, it's modern. There's drinking, it's very untraditional and basically the exact opposite of the calm temple night. People gather in places like the base of Kabukicho Tower in Shinjuku and even at spots like Shibuya Crossing, where, by the way, this has actually been cancelled in the last few years, but people still turn up. What's all that about? I don't know. From my experience at the base of Shinjuku's Kabukicho Tower, this is a very Western style countdown. People gather at the square just before midnight to actually count down and celebrate together with drinks on the street and usually continue to party at nearby clubs or bars. The countdown itself is energetic, fun, and very Tokyo. It's one of the few places in the city where you'll feel that Western style party atmosphere. But still, no fireworks. Wait. I'm going to point you to some potential firework locations in a bit, so keep on watching. Just keep in mind, it gets extremely busy. Some venues require reservations, prices can be higher on New Year's Eve. But if you want a lively version of Tokyo's New Year's Eve, this is one of the most accessible places to go. So let's talk opening and closing times. What's open, what's closed around or on New Year's? This is where a lot of tourists get shocked because Japan basically semi-shuts down for New Year's. But wait a minute, don't worry too much. From January the 1st to January the 3rd, more or less, many businesses close so that workers can spend time with their families. This includes restaurants, bars, some museums, smaller attractions, and shopping streets in local suburbs. From my personal experience, big chains, department stores, and places near busy hubs remain open, with the first having most things closed. Places will start to close earlier from the 28th of December, but will mostly remain open. Staying in or near a big city throughout this period will probably be best, but at the same time, spending a day or two at an onsen whilst things are quieter can also be a great option. Tokyo's big tourist hubs like Shinjuku, Shibuya, Asakusa, Akihabara, etc. usually stay alive, but even then, many local shops, restaurants, mom and pop restaurants, that kind of place will be closed or have shorter opening hours. So if you are traveling between the 29th and the 3rd of January, take things slower. Check opening info for attractions. The thing is to remember is that it's Tokyo, it's a major city and it's full of alternatives, and although your plans might need to change a little bit, it won't be a complete deal breaker as long as expectations are set right. What tourists should expect? Hooray! Many trains and subways do run special services on the night of the 31st to help people get home from temples, etc. Many JR train lines will actually run overnight from December the 31st to January the 1st. This includes the Yamanote Line, Keien, Tohoku Line, the Chuo Lines, rapid service, and local trains on the Chuo Sobu Line. But be aware that Tokyo Metro, well, all of theirs are actually closed. And as from the 1st of January onward, for a few days, some schedules are actually reduced. I've mentioned some of the ways that I've experienced New Year's Eve in Japan, but in reality, your safest bet is to join a planned event. So here are some additional New Year's events and ideas of how you can spend the night. We have the Tokyo New Year Countdown Cruise, which happens from Tokyo Bay on December the 31st, as from 10:40 p.m. You can enjoy the Tokyo Bay Countdown Cruise from Hinode Pier with a buffet course meal, free flow drinks, and midnight champagne for about 25,000 yen, but reservations are needed in advance. We also have the Happy New Year Tokyo Shinjuku on December the 31st from around 10 p.m. It's free, but pre-registration is required. You can enjoy projection mapping and live countdowns at the Tokyo Metropolitan Government Building. You can even consider checking out special theme parks at New Year events like Disney or Universal Studios. And for fireworks and a more Western vibe, then you might want to go to Yokosuka Countdown 2025, not Tokyo, but throwing this one out there. 500 fireworks, food stalls, stage shows, illuminated ships, etc. And a little bit closer by, Yokohama New Year's Eve celebration from 11:30 p.m. This is a free countdown at Osanbashi Pier with fireworks and ship whistles. And if you're looking for nightclubs events, then you need to probably get an advance ticket. Notable mentions include Womb Tokyo, which is in Shibuya, TKNC Countdown, Liquid Room in Ebisu, along with so many other clubs. Consider this when you're planning your itinerary. From around December the 31st to January the 3rd, millions of people go for Hatsumode, which is the first shrine temple visit of the year. In fact, temples and shrines start to get busy as from the 29th of December. That means huge queues just to get through the Torii Gate or up to the main approach. A quick stop can easily turn it into an hour or more. We also have restricted access and crowd control. Some places change their routes to one-way systems. It's not very comfortable. You get less freedom to wander and film, explore. Basically, it's going to be hard to get any nice photos, and your temple or shrine experience will probably not be very enjoyable. So, if you visit between the 29th and the 3rd, schedule your quiet temples and shrine visits before the 29th or after the 3rd of January while things are still relatively normal. But at the same time, temple atmosphere around New Year can be very amazing. After all, it's all about how you see things. So, you're gonna be in Japan for New Year's. In my opinion, it's awesome because, you're in Japan. It's already a win. And I put together a checklist of things you might want to consider checking out or looking out for during this period. These things are uniquely New Year's in Japan. Join in and do Hatsumode, which is the first shrine temple visit of the year. Make a wish for the year, throw a coin, ring the bell, bow and clap. Get your first omikuji, which is a fortune slip of the year. If you get a bad one, you can always tie it up. I think you can get another one. Eat Toshikoshi soba, which is year crossing soba. These are thin buckwheat noodles eaten on December the 31st to cut off the hardships of the old year. Many local soba shops in Tokyo do special New Year's Eve bowls. Try osechi, beautiful layered boxes of New Year's dishes. They sell them at department stores or hotel buffets. Consider trying ozoni. It's a special mochi soup eaten on New Year's Day. It varies by region. My personal favorite is to get yourself a fukubokuro, which is a lucky bag, because from January the 1st to the 3rd, sometimes earlier, pre-sale, big stores and brands sell sealed mystery bags with heavily discounted items, and they're pretty awesome. Search for special New Year's decorations. You can spot kadomatsu, which is pine and bamboo at entrances with ropes and kagami mochi displays. And try some amazake, which is a sweet, creamy, low or no alcohol rice drink often served hot at shrines and temples during New Year. It isn't strong like regular sake. It's closer to a comforting winter drink, and I love it. So, New Year's in Tokyo isn't loud, it isn't wild, and it's definitely not what most tourists expect. It's calmer, more reflective, and deeply cultural. Whether you choose a traditional temple, a lively countdown inside Kabukicho Tower, for example, or the unique Fox Mask Parade, there's no wrong way to experience it. Just prepare for closures, expect crowds at shrines, and embrace the slower pace. Because when you understand the rhythm of Japanese New Year, it becomes one of the most magical times to be in Tokyo and Japan. This video is made possible by my patrons, members, and the Ninja Monkey community. Thank you for supporting me. Check out this video. I think you'll like it. Till next time, see you. Bye.